A billion years ago, a massive volcano violently erupted in the Lesotho Mountains, bringing to the surface a rare type of magma, rich in gemstones. Over the course of time, diamonds were scattered into the river valley below. This river has never been prospected, until now. A group of top international businessmen, led by entrepreneur and adventurer Peter Jago, have secured this sought-after concession. They must journey to the roof of Africa and set up the world's highest alluvial diamond mining operation, with the hope of unearthing the biggest diamonds ever found. Will they succeed in this ultimate high-risk, high-reward adventure, or will they be defeated by the harsh terrain and near impossible challenges of mining in the mountains?
I do believe one thing very, very strongly. If you dream it, do it. I am a risk taker. There's certain traits I fail in. That's why I've got partners.
Once the lure of the diamond is in your blood, it's always there.
None of us have ever done any mining whatsoever.
Not the little angel here. I am a little hard-ass.
My aim is to find diamonds and retire.
If you can feel pain, you're still human, you're still alive.
I think it's going to be insane, literally, to dig for diamonds.
Tensions in the valley are running high. The difficulties posed by weather and the setback with the machinery have proven too much for the divers, and they've taken their frustrations out on each other. Gary's jaw is almost broken, and his behavior has raised concerns with the investors.
I think there's only one solution, my friend.
Yeah, I feel like I disappointed a lot of people last night.
Conrad's sympathetic approach will allow Gary a chance to prove he deserves to be on the team.
Let's draw a line under it. Let's focus on the job at hand. And let's get going.
High up in the mountains of Lesotho, the mining operation is in its 6th week, and the team has struggled to get both sets of machines to run simultaneously. They are isolated in every possible way and can only rely on themselves to solve technical problems. Kim has returned from his cancer treatment in Durban and has brought along his niece, Kirsten.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I aged 20 years down that hill. I'm gonna help wherever I can. I'll help sort bags and drive the trucks, the quads, moral support.
Another investor, Mitch Gordon, has also joined the team to experience alluvial diamond mining firsthand.
Ever since I've known Peter, he's actually spoken about this, and it's been a passion for him.
The only thing between success and failure in this project is the amount of dirt you can move. That's it, because the diamonds are there. They've proven it's up the valley at Letseng. And if you look at what gets found up at Letseng, their average stone is 20 carats. I mean, wow, there's got to be a couple of those tumbling down the stream.
There's a lot of rain around. It's going to make it interesting the next couple of days.
So the raining seasons are on their way. That means this whole bank gets flooded. So that's going to bugger us up a lot. The more time we can spend in that water and pumping, the better.
The pressure is on to optimize productivity and turn over as much ground as possible before the rainy season begins.
It's lekker, it's exciting. I think today we'll push it quite well.
The more ground the team can turn over, the higher the possibility they will find diamonds. They need to pump, fill bags, and sort as fast as possible.
This is the bottom of an alluvial plain. It's been running this way for the last 50 or 60 years. Whatever washed down, it's got to be diamonds here.
Feeling confident about today. It's been a good 3 weeks since we're both in the water at the same time.
I'm going to jump into the first hole we dug and then just move my way up. From now till the 20th, we've got to look with every machine 100% of the time. Got to be here early, leave here late. Because we're going to base our future decisions on what happened over this period.
Wait, stop. Just switch off.
There's another problem. Vegetation from the riverbank is being pumped into the classifiers and becoming entangled. Peter decides to use fuel to burn it off and keep the machines running. They simply cannot afford any more time lost.
I nearly set myself on fire.
but unfortunately there was still some petrol under the saddle. So I thought by stepping on them, that would put them out. But I nearly got myself on fire. And if I did, I could die here because there's no fire extinguishers around.
There's guys here that need to be a little bit more accountable for their actions and the equipment they're using and how they're treating it.
It's really difficult stuff.
There's certain things that are being done here that I would do differently.
Every single day we up here, there is something that comes in to harass the shit out of us. And today, that north rain is looking very dangerous. Come, we need to go faster.
But the miners are not stopping for anything. They're on a roll and the bags are piling up.
We were a little bit naive in believing that after a hard day's work down here at the dig, we could go home and sort through the stones. The volume is just too great, and of course, the backlog gets ever bigger.
Warren is pumping up so much ground that he is undermining the banks of his pool, unaware that the bank could collapse at any moment.
We strap on probably about 50, 60 kilos of weights onto us.
Now that I'm in the water, no one's manning the pump. It's just me in the water, left alone to wallow around like a fucking seal. And that's it. And no one's there. And the poor guys, they kind of know what they're doing, but they don't. They need an upper hand. It's just frustrating, very frustrating.
Jesus.
It's so shallow. You wouldn't think that there's dangers around. Holy shit. Can't believe that. The one big rock fell on my face and it was like trapped there. Afterwards, that huge like kadoof. I mean, it would have been smashed if that thing came down all on top of me. Just definitely be a lot more careful.
That was a close call. It was very, very close.
Yeah, luckily at the end it's more of a scrape than a bang. I think his goggles saved him a lot there. But yeah, no, not the most intelligent move of the day.
But yeah, that's what we do out here. Risk our life and limb and looking for diamonds and try, hopefully we can all find one. But yeah, we got to do it, eh? So that's why we're all here and that's why the boss man pays us. So, but I mean, no one wants to help. Kim stands around playing games. I mean, and it's just me and one boy trying to run a machine that's not fucking working.
It was a close call for Warren. He's lucky his head wasn't caught in the second collapse. A sudden afternoon storm brings a quick end to a challenging but productive day.
This weather is very ominous. Again, started off beautiful morning, then it cooled down and got very cold, then it got hot as hell, then the wind came through, everything was just blowing away, and the rain came. Now the rain's gone north, and that's the danger. Let's get all the shit out of here. There's lightning here. Go, 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 go.
Lightning and thunder brings a halt to the mining operation, high in the mountain kingdom of Lesotho.
Looks like half-day work every day. That's bad. Come guys, put all the pipes in, switch off the pumps, and let's go. Because this rain is worrying me, we won't cross that river, eh?
Yeah, let's go.
That's the heavy side there, where you guys are. 2, 3, come. That's heavy. Come. Okay, let's go. We're getting out of this valley before we sleep here all night. Everything's packed.
Judging by the look of things, I'm not sure we're going to get out of this side. I think crossing the river is the easiest part. It's getting up that little incline there that's going to be the challenge. Good man, well done. Keep going, boy. Even with a 4x4 is challenging, but yeah, look, I mean, we'll be okay with this gas stuff there.
The rain started coming down and we made the call to get out of the valley quickly, and it was pretty good because we started going up the hill. I was about the third or fourth vehicle to go up. And by the time I got through the second river, it was like slick, an absolute slick going up.
That VW Amarok is a 4x2.
The divers had a good run up that slope, but by the time Mitch came through, it was churned up and it looked like a cattle shed at milking time.
so sticky. Look at the tyres, you actually got no grip at all.
It's trying to prevent the vehicle from going sideways and over the hill and down the other side, which you could quite easily have done.
Jeez, it's amazing. When the water comes down here, it just funnels in through all the valleys. The rivers rise really quickly, and you got to get out of there because otherwise it could be in a lot of trouble.
We're in a tight patch. We seem to be going out there every morning, all cheerful, all ready to go. You know what, you get there and about halfway through the day, the wind and rain and hail comes and you just got to get the hell out of there. If this continues every day for the next 4 weeks, we're in deep trouble.
Tomorrow for brains, we won't work. And that's a problem because, you know, if your hose is not in the ground, you're not looking.
There is a silver lining, though. The downtime will afford them an opportunity to sort the large amount of bags that are piling up at the lodge.
A vast quantity of sand and stone and water has been pumped just so that this one bag could get here. First you got to dig an enormous hole with a back actor. Then you got to get the divers into the hole. Then thousands of gallons of water goes through the classifier, with it all the sand and the stone and the dirt. And from the classifier it then goes into the jig. And then it has to be schlepped up here and gone through. I've been at this for hours already today. All the effort, all the work. Not a single bugger willing to work. You know, it's almost as if there's a collective fear of finding nothing. So I'll soldier on my own. Gary will walk past, of course, not willing to help. And of course, I have no experience of this.
You know what would happen under normal circumstances?
Come on, guys, for God's sake.
We are.
Come on. You're sitting around your bloody fannies. We spent $1 million or $2 million to get us to this point. Come on.
Don tries to motivate some of the team to help him sort through the backlog of bags, but most are enjoying the time off.
The lines between having a good time and having a party and work are becoming increasingly blurred.
We found this jewel in the middle of the city where there is
Oh. What you want?
After 2 days of constant rain, the weather clears. Peter and Rob head down to the river to survey the water level.
We're going to check out the river. You know, it's no good loading all the machines, the vehicles, and all the staff. If we get there, we can't go anywhere. If we can't get across, it does stuff up another day of work, which seems to be the norm. But we'll come back and we'll let all the boys clean all the equipment, get everything kind of tidied up, get the machines all sorted out. There's nothing else we can do. You must stay close to those rocks.
The river level is higher than expected. Rob Thunder decides to give it a go anyway.
Ah, check, it's drifting, it's pulling him. Hey, look. Without four-wheel drive, you wouldn't get up that bank. I don't think we can get the 2x4 through here.
It's deep, eh?
That's a pain in the ass, and you're sliding all the way up here, and were you in four-wheel?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go across and have a look. Yeah, those rocks kind of like are the datum.
Slipping sideways.
It's deep. Shit, this is deep.
They managed to get across the first river, but there is still the second river to cross.
Look, you can check it's very full. That's normally not like that, eh?
You're gonna pick up shit here.
You can see the marker rock out there in the middle. You can just see a dark patch. That rock usually sticks out about 9 inches.
When we arrived here, the river was so low, it was 6 inches at those particular points, so crossing was never a factor for us.
This is a pain in the arse, eh? But what we do need to do is go across and just check if anything got hammered last night. Jesus, this is very deep, eh? Okay, turn now. Swing tight, much more.
Now, if it continues to rain, we'll have to give it some thought.
Yeah, exactly.
This came down like a bullet last night. That's why it's going into Gary's, because it's not managing to get out fast enough.
It's your pond there, Gary.
A lot of water must have come down in the night from Letseng. You can see it's eaten all these channels much bigger. Did it come down here strong last night?
Yes.
Every time it rains, we stuffed, like today. We cannot get across here, we can't do any work. So I think, yeah, let's build the bridge. What we'll do is we'll start loading that thing with stones, big, big, big stones, then smaller, 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 smaller. And so the water can go inside the stones. The bad side is we're not mining. It seems to be a constant shit. I think the man above is testing us. He says, if you want to find diamonds, I'm going to make you shit off. And that's what's happening. Every single day has its issues, and for whatever reason, they're not getting better. So we just have to handle it and move on. We cannot get across here, we can't do any work. So I think, yeah, let's build the bridge.
To keep access to the site open, the whole crew gets busy building a weir. Hopefully this will allow them to get all the vehicles through the main crossing, even if the river continues to rise.
We're laying down sections of rock, drive the TLB into the countryside and look for rocks, then load different size rocks.
Pull them right on the edge so you can see where they are. Then the next one, pull them right next to it. Next one, right next to it. Once we've got the big rocks level with the river, then we take the smaller ones and chuck it in between.
It is vital that the weir is completed quickly so mining can resume. Warren is concerned that not everyone is working hard enough.
Look at these oaks, they're throwing around little cricket-sized balls. And then Gary's just been absolutely lazy today. I don't know what it is. He's a great delegator. You see him, he'll just stand around. It just drives me crazy that I have to get out the vehicle now and then prompt him to work. Yeah, it's frustrating. No more friends, no more games. But I mean, we all just need to work, get the job done. And this is it, just balls to the wall.
Actually, this bridge is held very well. There's a bit of a dam. The water has definitely come up. This morning when I walked across here, this was ankle high. It's now halfway up my legs. That's fast flowing. Lose your footing, you go over the edge. Every day we build a stupid bridge, we can't find a diamond. The locals are telling me that the weather's not going to stop. So we have to create these kind of crossings, and this is the only way of getting access.
Locals enlist the help of Warren and Gary to rescue their donkey stuck in the raging river.
It's just collapsed with its little baby next to it. It's going to drown any minute. Can't leave the donkey in there. It's got a full load on its back. None of these locals can swim.
It's obviously a bit tired. We just took off the pack on it, got it out the water.
It's a happy donkey.
Back at the river crossing, there is concern about the coming rain.
The question is, can we work in this rain? Look, it's coming and it's getting worse, eh? Let him dump that lot and then we'll see.
Oh, if it does get wetter, I can't turn with the tail.
You can't?
Remember, it
You
just
can't.
slides out.
You happy to work in the rain? These guys can't work in this rain. The problem is, you're not going to get this pucky out of here for sure. This is silly. It's up to shit. We can't work in this. Let's get out of here. Crap weather.
The team decide to spend the afternoon planning a prospecting expedition.
This is our diamond sorting mesh. We're going to put concentrate through here.
This is a very rudimentary thing that should work. We're going to go pan like the original diamond prospectors. Down big cliffs.
We're going to go from deep pool to deep pool.
You can't get into those valleys with anything but your feet or a horse. And we're just going to go and look. And what I'm hoping is that at the bottom of some of those gorges there'll be trapped silt. And maybe in that silt we'll pick up some stones. We may be lucky, so we're going to go look.
The new day brings clear skies, and Peter decides to inspect the river crossing.
Doesn't look promising if you look in front of the lodge. There's a lot of water in the river, a hell of a lot of water. Here comes Lamatla down the hill. Jesus, he started early. Now, this doesn't look bad, but believe me, the minute you step into this stuff, this is slippery as hell. It's literally just mush. And it'll clog up the tracks. Look at the tires on this. As soon as it gets full like that, it just slides, and you're done. You won't get it back up. It'll just stand at the bottom and wheel spin.
Yeah.
If we bring the TLB down here, it will slide from there all the way into the water. Best to just let everything dry out. As hard as it is, got nothing we can do.
When the river is full like this way, we are supposed to go on with.
We walk on foot.
Yes.
We can, but we need to build first a house there to put all the machines inside. You still need to think about that and come up with an idea. We'll come and we'll build a shed, and then we can put everything inside. Now, if we put everything inside, everybody can walk.
Maybe after 3 days, the water will slow down.
So Monday it's down. Today's Friday.
Yes.
Hopefully by Monday we're back in pumping. Maybe we get a good solid week out of it. We need to keep all the machines on site, everything. I'm still positive that the diamonds are here. I have no reason to not believe that. So long term we're going to go get them. We just have to figure out how.
Unable to mine for now, Peter and Conrad decide it's time to prospect the upper stretch of the river, just below the Letsing mine.
The local dude saying that if this river comes in flood, it'll take our bridge out. The issue is
with it
all
raining,
out
the
here,
bridge is not going to help us because you can't get up the hill anyway.
and they're suggesting park the vehicles other side, walk.
Yeah.
So we've got to have a contingency plan. We need to keep all the machines on site, everything. All the piping, the pumps, the generators, the whole lot. So we're going to build something on the site.
You know, that's the trouble. When we leave here, we want to leave it the way we found it.
Yeah.
And bringing in Western ways in a cheap manner, not good enough.
Don is not buying into the idea of a shed. The precious time wasted is weighing on everyone.
Towards the end now, we've been struggling a little bit. The roads in and out of this place are virtually non-existent. You know, coming from the outside world, if there's a river, there's a bridge across it. Well, that's not the case up here. You go through the river. It hasn't been easy for everybody.
Kim is concerned about his health and makes the decision to go and see his doctor.
Yeah, the last few days haven't been feeling too good. Getting a bit weak, dizzy. So we're going to head off back to Durban and have it checked up.
The rains have come early this year. Each passing day sees the river levels rising, and access to the site is impossible. Peter organizes a horse race and a Christmas party to thank the local team.
What is happening? They have 4 categories.
Is there anything else we need to pay for? Do we need to like supply some food or do what? Just find out what we need to do.
A sheep or a lamb, and then so for the mealies, and then home brewed.
Okay, perfect. So we'll put in some local beer.
Yeah.
We'll make 2 big pots of food.
Yeah.
Okay, you just need to tell me what's that going to all cost, eh?
Yeah.
This got dropped into the jig to prove that the diamond will sink down to the bottom because it's heavier than anything else, so it's obviously worked. And this is what it's all about, like chicken scratching in the dirt.
There are signs of rain again, and the daily inspection of the water level is underway.
We were hoping the big rocks would allow the water to flow through and we don't have a build-up, but it sounds like we are getting a bit of a build-up. So anyway, it is what it is. We'll go down there. Let's carry on. How's the water? Really high.
I think too much water is coming because of the rain.
Oh, really?
A lot.
Did it rain a lot last night?
Yes.
Up top?
Yes.
Shit. The water is far too deep to work. All the markers are gone.
Yeah.
There was a big marker. You can just see it on the very end there. And that was sticking out high. Let me go and just talk to the guys in the cab there. We seem to be fighting against thunder.
I see that. This morning.
It's come up substantially. We are, look. I mean, between where the water is on the one side and the other side is about 9 inches to a foot. It's the weather's beating us. These guys are riding in mush at the moment. According to the locals, this is going to go up another foot. Our planned trip down the mountain, we're going to bring it forward today. We're going to go pack everything, and after lunch, it looks like we might get a bit of sunshine. Look at that on those hills. I think no more to be said. We better just head back, start packing, get everything ready to do our hike down the mountains.
I've got chocolates, I've got bully beef. Chocolate, bully beef.
Yeah, we're packing everything ready to go up the mountain. Most of us think this is going to be a jaw. It isn't. We're coming down a very steep mountain, down very steep gorges. It's freezing cold. This is not a walk in the park. I've been in the army. I know this stuff. Starts off fun and ends off tough. And strong will survive.
This is where the boys become the men.
As Peter predicted, the rain has cleared and the expedition is a go.
Everybody's jovial. I'm jovial, only because it's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Don and Warren decide to stay behind to sort through all the bags.
Okay, guys, cheers. We'll see you in a couple of days.
Go, let's do it.
Feeling good about possibly finding diamonds. This is not a walk down the mountain. I think you guys don't really know how steep that is. We've been up there. It's flipping steep. Where we're going to go into the gorges. We're going to go right up to the waterfalls, get in that water and try and search for stones and do that at each of those trackment areas. And those areas where we're going to go into are treacherous. Somebody falls, we've got ourselves a big, big, big issue to get them out of those mountains. And it's exceptionally dangerous. It's vertical cliffs. We have to work our way back inside those cliffs, because that way, when you come down, you're coming down to where you're having lunch and you're going to sleep. You have to find somewhere level halfway up the mountain and then set up a camp.
At the border of their concession, they run into Simon, who is supplying donkeys for their journey down. But he's headed in the wrong direction.
Do you know where we're going? Over that road there, down.
At the camp?
No. The top of the gate there.
Fuck, John.
Yeah.
That's where I'm supposed to be.
Do you know where I'm saying?
Yeah, so let me go.
All right, where's the donkeys? Bring them and we'll let them walk with us. Come. We'll just take our time. This is Simon who works for us. He managed to get us 2 mules or donkeys and bring them up the hill, so at least we got pack animals. Let me tell you, donkey's an uncomfortable damn creature. What's his name? Simon. There we go. Check, Simon's on the donkey, getting bounced down the road. We're going up that road over there, around the lake, up that road, down over the other side to the gate.
This is as far as the vehicles can go. From here, the donkeys are loaded up and the gear is prepped for descent.
You bounced him down, but must be sore. You're heading for that tiny little hut in the crack of the hill there. On the left of it, opposite side river, there seems to be a big flat grassy green patch, which you can set up camp.
Bring them here.
Whose boots? We're going to head straight down here into the water. We're slowly going to work our way down. We're on sheer rock. I'm going to move to the next section while you concentrate here, and then come down.
Let's do half an hour in this site and then we move on.
Yeah, this is you know what, old school. Water's freezing cold, but I think there's a million people in the world who'd like to try this sometime. We're at the opportunity. 10,000 feet high, freezing cold water, right below a volcano, digging for some diamonds. This feeling around in the holes is interesting. What I am finding here is a lot of little cracks and crevices where things could lodge.
The deeper we go, the better the chances. We're going to find. We are going to find.
The stream will bring what it brings.
Don't say it. We hate that word.
That would catch your eye, eh?
Is that quartz?
It's actually not quartz, it's an actual crystal.
So you're in the right spot.
I think the big machines have got a better chance than we have. But in the same breath, this is very interesting.
I've just dug up some crushed powder from Let's Sing. If this can make its way down, it's going to be here. Diamonds are going to be right behind. That was lekker. No, that was lekker. It's a nice way to do it as well.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
All of this, I mean, you can dig anywhere here. You can dig where we're walking. So I think the plan is we've got to head to where we're going to sleep. So we may as well cover a big chunk of the distance right now. We'll just keep moving.
Simon and Gary have gone ahead with the supply donkeys to set up a base camp for the night. With fires lit and the camp set up, Gary is keen to try his hand at prospecting.
I think up ahead there's some heavy gorges and the river runs pretty damn fast. Pretty deep hole here. You look down, that's all blue ground. Let's do it for 5 minutes. It might be too fast moving, but you know what? We'll just have some fun.
You have to do this because it shows us where not to look. It's not fruitless. This is what it's about. You've got to be there. You've got to be digging, sifting through it to find something.
Now we can't get across the river. So why don't we bring a whole bunch of the guys up right next to the Letsang fence and just work those ponds, because as sure as shit it's going to be there.
After a full day of sifting and sieving, no diamonds have surfaced. The terrain is steep and it's tiring work in the freezing river, but the desire is strong to strike it lucky.
Ready, set, go!
The water came straight off the mountain, downriver into our concession. It just felt like we were going to find something at any minute.
The prospectors call it a day. Maybe tomorrow they will find their elusive diamond.
We made about 20 samis for the guys for breakfast and lunch, and I'm sure they're going to be pretty hungry. To get there, it's going to be really tricky. We saddled up the horses, made sure they're strong and healthy. It's going to be a very long ride, estimated about 6 hours. Not saying that it's not going to be dangerous, but it's going to be beautiful.
While looking for a good site to prospect, they discover locals panning in the river. The people of Lesotho have been working these rivers for generations and have found many a diamond buried in the mud.
They also know the diamonds are here because they found them before. They create quite a clever weir there that allows them to get right in underneath, because they know the deeper you go, the easier it is to find them.
Yes, how are you? Yeah, I'm well, how are you, man? Did you find anything?
Lovely.
Yeah, we'll see you, man. Good luck, man. Good luck.
He may be lucky, he may find them. I wish him luck.
Spread the wealth, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You know, he's an old man with his son. I wish him luck, man. Our goal is still to find the right pools. To
Find the right spot, I think. Yeah.
Do some digging.
Quite good news. We've come down here pretty quickly. Just concerned about the people on horseback, where they might have gotten to.
There's always time for a bit of fun. The journey to the prospectors has proven to be hot and tiring. Kirsten decides to brave the cold water, but she has underestimated how cold the water really is.
Excuse my language. Keep me awake for the next few hours, I suppose. Cuddle my horse, that's what I'm gonna do. My horse is nice and warm.
Refreshed and vitalized, the riders are on the move, trying to find the prospectors along the river.
The ride is beautiful, and I mean the horses know exactly what they're doing. They know these mountains off by heart.
I do believe that we found the best spots yesterday, right at the top. I'm actually glad, because if there had been a lot of catchments all the way down, we're wasting our time down there. What we are seeing is that this river's moved very quickly. It'll take the stuff and throw it down there, and then take it the next time and throw it down, and it just keeps moving it down. So we're going to try and hike our way right out of the mountains today. We'll work the top and we'll work the bottom, and we're just going to check on the way down.
Well, I'm not sure this is the best site.
Although it's not fast flowing, it's too wide.
The pools are just great. There's some spots The diamonds can't hang around. The water's flowing far too fast.
Yeah, let's move to another site. I'm concerned about the journey from here down because it's very, very steep. I think what the herd boys do, they'll make a path across the tops and slowly work their way down. They don't follow the river because it's too treacherous for the animals as well as themselves. So anyway, we're going to follow the river because that was the idea. Hopefully we don't have any incidents on the way down. This is where it's treacherous. There, it goes straight off a cliff. You can't get down this. I think we go up a bit, have a look around the corner, and then figure out what we're doing. This is definitely an excursion of trying to get out safely.
Hey, it's been tough, really tough. You know, I'm old. It's already proved something to us. The middle bit is so fast, nothing's going to stay. So where we are at the bottom is a good place to be.
But it's too deep here. Where's the stones? Where'd you get those stones? Did you? It's very cold.
A few hours later, Kirsten and Lamatla meet up with the rest of the team just in time to resupply them for lunch.
We brought you food. Are you hungry? Everything.
I'm hungry.
Might have one myself. It's yummy.
Conrad was becoming grumpy.
I get very grumpy by those.
Thank you.
Half an hour in the site and then we move on.
Back in the shitting cold water.
This is the spot to find a diamond.
You think so?
Right here. I think we should move on.
2 days of hiking and panning their way down the valley haven't yielded any diamonds, but they have discovered some good prospecting sites, and they are very glad to see the lodge.
If one thinks of the whole effort to get us to this spot here today, the 8 or 10 years that Peter was looking for the license from the authorities here in Lesotho, continuously blocked, and then eventually he got it. And from that point on, the raising of the money, procuring all the equipment, then getting it here, then getting to know how to work it. We had to learn on the job. And it's interesting. I don't know how many tons, countless tons and tons and tons and more tons of sand, and now stone. And this is the payoff. All that work down there is futile if nobody bothers, and nobody seems to be bothered about doing what's being done here. I haven't got a clue what a diamond looks like. There could be millions of dollars going over the edge every minute. I mean, look at that. I'm told it'll stand out like a dog's balls. So this is it. If we go home without sorting these bags, we're actually not doing full justice to the effort everybody else have put in. Jesus, guys, I don't believe it. No, it can't be. Hang on. No, man, it's a piece of bottle. Peter, have you got a moment? Peter?
Don, what do you got there? That looks like a diamond to me.
It's obviously not, it couldn't be.
Nah, it is.
No, man.
That's a big size. Goodness gracious, that is.
Kidding.
I think we just hit the jackpot. Where the hell did you get it? Out of this bag?
Well, this is what I've been saying to everybody. The payoff is in these bags. Now you're all sitting inside on your fannies, all drinking your tea and eating your biscuits. Are you not bullshitting?
I don't think we should shout too loudly. There's security issues. That's a big stone. Did you find any more crystals or anything?
I found lots of bits and bobs here. I found an interesting stone in the previous bag.
This is red garnet. If you find garnet, you're going to find diamonds.
You sure you're not taking the piss now that the guys inside can have a good laugh at me?
No, that's absolutely a diamond.
Don's efforts to get through the backlogs of bags has paid off big time.
That's not a crystal. There's another diamond.
Well, bugger me. I'm sure he's going to go in and have a good laugh at me.
Oh, fantastic. Where's those crystals? You said you found other stuff, right?
Are these the crystals you found?
Yeah.
That's not a crystal. There's another diamond. See there? Look at how that shines. It's similar, But look at the luster.
Don't we have something to check it with?
We do. We'll check it. It's a diamond. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that's a diamond. I would make a suggestion that we don't shout too loudly about this. There's security issues. Just now somebody comes with an AK-47.
Should we not be quiet about that?
We must be very quiet. But what I do suggest is we show our whole crew what a diamond looks like and how to identify it.
Do you want to show them?
Because if they're sorting bags, the last thing you want is a guy to do that and scoop it away. But I mean, that you'd be an idiot to scoop that away.
Well, can I ask everybody, am I assured that the rest of the bags are now going to be checked with enthusiasm?
Yeah, I was just here to help you.
It's the first payday for the miners. But before anyone gets too excited, Peter wants to have a look through a microscope. Diamonds are all unique, so it's important to check the color and quality of each stone.
It's gonna be
cold. And I'm shaking.
You're shaking.
I'm surprised they're so small.
Let me tell you, this big one, I'm shaking. It's hard to breathe. That's a hell of a big diamond. I think we've got 3. I think we've got this big one is oh man. We need to turn on that generator. I need lights. You've been lazing around inside and you've struck what we've been looking for.
Maybe I'll get help with the bags from now on.
I think you're overexcited about this.
No, we're not.
Peter, will you look at the bloody machine and tell us if it's a diamond or not?
This is a Letsang diamond. 100% definitely diamond. We've got a 2171 carat. Now that's a big stone. This is also Letsang color. It's renowned for these. It has to have UV properties. No stone other than diamond does that. Nothing. This is unique. I've never seen this before. It's like a little cube. And a fortune, very expensive.
Well, at the beginning, I actually didn't believe it was a diamond. The first 2, I must tell you, I missed totally. I picked them up as interesting stones and I put them on the side, along with now 15 or 20 other stones. And when I saw the big one, I thought it was the bottom of a Coke bottle.
Sure, $75,000. This one probably about $4,000, $4,500, and that one probably about $2,000. Yeah, this was years of knowing there's diamonds in the mountains and then putting in the effort to convince all my mates to put some money in to come and look for them. A few weeks of searching, we found our first few diamonds. Not enough to give us our money back, but we're talking of a substantial amount of money. I think we have minimum $80,000, $90,000. And even although we've now got ourselves a huge, big 21 carater, I still know the elusive 100 or 200 carat is sitting somewhere out there. It answers my original dream and question, were there diamonds in the river? There are.
Well, we arrived today. The way the weather was going, we nearly turned around and went back to sleep in Bethlehem. But luckily, we arrived just in time to share in the finding of these stones. It's amazing how beautiful they are. They definitely do stand out from the crystals and all the other stones we've been finding.
But this is a major turning point, really is, and I think that what we'll do now is we'll follow these stones and take them right to the end result and see what we get out of them.
Yeah, we stormed up there. We thought we were in shit at first. We're coming. Thought we were in shit for something. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we rushed up. We had a look. I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought it was just a big joke. With us feeling a bit shitty and down and all the weather and issues with machines, it's great to know that we've actually found something.
I'm very chuffed. I think this is a major difference to everything we're doing. 21 carats is major. This is a big stone.
It's a good thing we found the stone. It means income for everyone. We've been sucking from the same pools, so it's very difficult to say who's sucked up what.
I know, I found the stone. I knew it, I dreamt about it, I felt it.
All in all, I think it's a very big plus for all of us.
Everybody's morale was boosted because I think they then realized, hey, Jesus, it is out here. It's really here. And before that, it was, well, you know what, we were told it's here, but we're not, Jesus, I've been in there, I saw nothing.
Very surprised, very pleased. It almost vindicates what we're doing here. So yeah, we're very excited. And now everyone's going through the sorting table, including me.
I got it, I found it, we got the diamonds, they're here. I think every time from here on out, when one's found, no matter how big or small, it's just that sense of, Jesus, we accomplished this, we're finding the diamonds, and I think that's massive.
Great enthusiasm here at the table. Every now and again, Kim breaks into an Irish jig. Kirsten has been making eyes at me for the last hour, looking for the next diamond I find. You can't have it.
The miners are excited, and everyone is pitching in around the sorting table in the hope of finding a big stone. It's also the only chance of them finding diamonds. There is no way of getting back to the site now, and there will be no further mining this year.
Well, the rainy season has obviously had a huge negative effect. The rivers came down in spate, and that was the end of it. We just can't drive across. Moses may have crossed the Jordan, but we're not getting across that river, I can tell you that now.
So the idea is that we're going to now, this week, we're going to tidy everything out of here. We're putting it up into the waterworks. We're getting everything packed away. We're going to stay here for the horse race. We're going to stay here for the kids' party on Sunday, and we're going to leave Monday. The rain is a problem here in the valley. From 17th, from Monday next week, we're finishing up here. Doesn't mean you're not going to get paid till the 20th. You are, so don't worry about that. This week, we're going to bring back the 2 big pumps. So we're going to take TLB, go across, bring the pumps. The 2 big classifiers and the jig. It's going to stay there till next year. And we're going to leave 1 security there to just look after it for the rest of December and the whole of January. We're going to pack all the tools, all the pumps, all the generators, everything up into that room. And those 2 big ones on the trailers, we're taking it back to Durban, and we're going to rebuild those pumps. We're going to take the motors from the big ones and put it on the small ones and send the other stuff back to Cape Town. So the idea then is that we will come 1 February and we'll run until the snow comes. Then we'll stop for 1 or 2 months when the snow, or 3 months, and then we'll start again October through to July. Okay, let's go. It's cold.
Preparations and plans have been made for the team to pull out. Equipment and machinery needs to be stored safely until they begin again after the rainy season. But before they leave, it's time to celebrate their success and enjoy the traditional Lesotho culture. The villagers show their excitement for the horse race and the feast to come with traditional singing and gumboot dancing.
The community of this area is already reaping the benefits of what you call the corporate social responsibility. And this is what we expect from every company that comes into the poor people like this. Keep it up, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Just being here, it's beautiful and we love it. Going into next year, the amount we've learned from these past 8, 9, 10 weeks, you couldn't buy that. Nobody's going to teach you that. You have to come and do it and experience.
It's time for the miners to leave. With more heavy rain forecast, it won't be long before the mountain passes become too dangerous to drive and they will be trapped in the valley.
Carry on for Christmas.
Sent the rhino, sent a whole lot of vehicles out of here.
We'll carry on next year.
In any case, today we had a Christmas party for the children. We had a lot of donations from different people in the cities, brought it all up here.
I've requested one of the parents to come forward.
Lodge. Ke leboha haholo ke leboela le bana bana ba rona ba tlo fumana dimpho tsa Keresemese letsatsing la kajeno. Ke a leboha.
Looking shit, eh? Look at the rust on there.
Fucking machine, they must get this thing right.
Not sure what's really going on in Gary's head, eh?
We're digging ourselves another hole here.
It's a diamond.
Didn't expect to get a diamond on day 3, but this is a very nice stone.
Gary, just cut the bullshit wood. It's unacceptable, Gary.
A small bump on the river. Oh, it's gonna get worse. Come. Check it out.
That O-ring's moved or something, but it's just spraying out there.
Fucked up big time. We're gonna find those big blue ones.